before I go rest, since I've been so busy like the past few days, cooking every day, late into the evening, perfecting my recipes, getting them right for my clients, and I'm blessed and honored to be able to serve people and help them feel better, smile, and bless their life. I enjoy service, but at the same time, I do have to pull back a little bit because I'm exhausted. So I'm going to rest, but I got to get back up tomorrow and finish. Um, I wanted to go back into some of King Nipsey's reading that I started earlier, where he was saying he had to hide and still protect himself and watch himself, and he's with others on the other side that were sacrificed. And let me make it clear what he's saying. All of these, will somebody please share my cash up in here? King Nip Queen Drip, King Nip Queen Drip, King Nip Queen Drip, to donate to me to continue the work that I do. Uh, what he's saying is, I'm trying to understand it because he's so deep. He's so spiritual and so intellectual. So I will try my best. I'm not going to be here long, but I'll try to go a little bit more to what he's saying. Okay. When he's saying that they are doing all these celebrities that are on tour right now, I don't know who all the celebrities are on tour and in concert, touring, singing, rapping, dancing, whatever. Look at the list of them. So the ones you idolize and your favorites, you'll know who they are because you've been watching them. I don't keep up with it because I've learned from my interactions with celebrities and the dirty shit they did to me and tried to pull on me and steal my catalog and steal my money. I don't look up to them. They're just human beings to me. And then these spiritual gurus that these celebrities say are basically God walking on water, on earth in a body. You know, I've dealt with some of them. They ain't shit either. All they do is look for basically someone in the industry has appointed them to be the top guru over a certain group of people. So you got nigger gurus, female and male, that all these people in this con science community, and then they reach outside the con science community because I've never been a part of the con science community, but they tried to lure me in. They're always looking on the internet. They're always looking in every city, traveling around because they believe in polygamy. The women believe in it, laying up with a lot of different men and swinging, and the men believe in it, and a lot of them lay up with little kids, little children, young girls and young boys under 10. You see what I'm saying? Around 10 and 12 years old. Because that's a part of the ritual. That's the old Egyptian mystery school ritual from the Temple of Set and old Rome. What a lot of you all don't know, a lot of these old Romans were black Romans and were Moors and into gay and bisexual relationships. So these people in the con science community practice the same Egyptian magic that the celebrities do. So they get into the group sex ritual and they're appointed over certain singers, rappers, conscious artists, dancers, and they're told you go to that person and you recruit them and bring them in. So see, do they want a woman? Then send a woman over there to suck their pussy and fuck them. See, they like a man, send a man over there. They like a straight nigga. They like a pretty nigga. They like a old bitch ass bisexual. Send them over there. Shit, they like group sex. They like a couple of cats and a dog on the weekend, a goddamn German Shepherd, then bring that in, whatever it takes, bring them in. And then you're going to tell them how special they are, how talented they are. You know, I'm not going to let you get through. Basically, they put a glass ceiling up for you and hold you back. Then they charge you for admission to get in the club. So either you sucking dick, drinking calm, or a whole bunch of people calm, goddammit, drinking out their dick like it's a goddamn gas pump, like you lifting the handle up, pouring calm all in your mouth like you pour gasoline in the back of your damn car. So you want your talent to get through and you say you can dance and all this shit. Well, it's thousands of people wanting to do what you do that can sing and dance and pretty with a fat ass too, or shit, you ain't even got to have no fat ass. We'll send you to the doctor and we'll give you a goddamn fat ass. But you're going to have to let me in that catalog. You know, you're going to have to sleep with this person. You're going to have to pretend to be a celebrity couple with this nigga or this bitch. And you're going to get on your knees and you're going to pledge allegiance to me. And if you don't want to play the game and you don't want to give me half of your catalog or let me tap into it and get access to it, we co-write books, we co-write product, we do lectures, we travel on tours. Oh, you made a hair product, you made a skin product. Oh, okay. Well, I know a factory in New York, LA, where we can put your clothes together, put your shoe together. We can I can get them to mass produce your hair products of Lexus. I've been approached. They do that. Unless you already know somebody or your family looking out for you or you got your money to be independent. And I suggest that unless you can get a hell of a deal, damn, you know what, I shouldn't have said that. Hell of a deal where they give you everything you want and you ain't got no 360 deal and they just letting you own all your masters and shit. But it's a catch to that because I said hell of a deal. Because you still dealing with hell and the devil is in the goddamn details. So you don't want to play. You don't want my son to fuck you and his cousin and several other niggas that want to hit and 3 bitches. And you don't want to be with my son and be with this nigga over here and have group sex and let him have several wives. And while the bitch sucking my toes and massaging my dick, she kissing me in the mouth and another bitch on your cat. So you don't want to play? Because everybody like fucking and everybody like pleasure. Oh, you don't? Hell no, not like that. You know what? See, cancel this bitch. Don't get a bitch no play. Close all the doors on her. Pass the rumors. Tell the bitch. Tell them she crazy. The way she act on her show, Vagina Power. Be calm 1 minute, holler the next. The bitch is like that for real. I know her. I done dealt with her. I got somebody that was fucking her. Damn lying on me. But people believe a lie because they believe in the person that's fucking saying the shit. And a lot of times people just want to believe, this is the kind of shit that was spread, blackball you, tell all kind of lies on you, but really you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. All these people, what Nipsey was saying, that's famous is a prisoner. They in a glass house and they in a prison that you cannot see. You see all the money, the fame, the fortune. They all own these systems, TVs, because they are under the system. They are under a handler. They are the protege of somebody, like a little dog that you teaching how not to piss in the house. So you got newspaper on the floor, then you rub his nose in it or beat his ass when he piss and shit all in the motherfucker out. You don't want to do that. You got to control your own shit and ball on your own. Struggle until you come up and ball on your own and get people that love you and finance you and gonna sponsor you because the world is real, real big, but the industry is real, real small. And it's like a boys club and a girls club. A bitch don't like you, intimidated by you, threatened by you, think her nigga wanna fuck you or her bitch wanna fuck you or basically set you up just like I was set up. Everything I created, they wanted to take it. Everything I had, they wanted. Instead of sitting up doing a fair deal, okay, Lexus, you maintain your masters, but we do this project, that project. We get a percentage, you get a percentage. That's something that I always wanted. But they never wanted to be fair with me. It was always, oh, you did this. I'm talking about black and white. You did this, you did that, you made this. Wow, you got a lot of work you've done. And you haven't gotten through and gotten opportunities, but it's so rich, it's so deep. You're so entertaining and funny, but you're also very, very witty, very creative and talented. So I want a piece of that. And I'm just like, why? And see, that's, some people are marked for that. Some people are labeled for that. So no matter what you do and how you try to renegotiate it, once they come at you and they sit and talk to you and they present a deal or a contract to you, they already know what your position is and what they're going to budge on, what they're not going to budge on, what they want you to do, what they don't want you to do. They done already walk through it in their mind. And you going to play that role or you not going to get nowhere. But basically, the end result is going to be the same because whenever you talk to anybody, I don't care if it's a nigga you fucking or a bitch you think your friend or working at a job. Anytime somebody wants everything that you created that they had nothing to do with, And they want to take, which is a part of your soul and your bloodline and your blood rights and your birthrights that nobody gave to you but God. And all your ancestors and your genes wove that shit together to make you, you. And somebody always wants to take it or want you to work overtime and won't pay you. And then when you approach them, the boss act like he don't know what the fuck you talking about, then fuck you over and get rid of you, or refuse to give you a promotion but still want you to stay over and then make it difficult for you. Because I've been through it, as well as talk to other people that work on jobs where the boss want to fuck them, but they didn't know how to come out and say that shit. So they started doing shit to inch around it, or they will send a messenger to you. They will send a handler to you to get the pern or get the goddamn message. See, that goes back to what I was saying when Nipsey was saying the sacrifice and taking people's rights from them, taking their life from them. When a sacrifice, a harvesting organ season, a harvesting blood season, a harvesting, which all that stuff is deep in the soul, the mechanics of the soul, the artists in the soul, the intellectual property in the soul. See, a lot of people may not know they have that in them, or they don't believe in themselves because nobody in the industry will give them a chance to get them no money. So instead of them making their own money and keeping developing it and getting trademarks and copyrights, establishing their own businesses, they don't believe in themselves because they want somebody got some money, because they want something for nothing. Most of these younger people out here now want something for nothing, and they don't want to struggle. They don't want to work. It's me, me, me. It's now, now, now. It's an iPhone, which is me. Real quick, to the point. Lazy, and that's why they get fucked over and out here walking the street on goddamn fentanyl, on that powder, and on that goddamn meth, because they get disappointed when somebody else don't believe in them, because they don't want to believe in their goddamn self, and they get despondent because they don't want to study, they don't want to up their skills, they don't want to develop more skill sets, they don't want to work no job to finance and invest in themselves. So this is, Nipsey was saying that it's not just a artist on a record label, it is bankers, it is lawyers, teachers, doctors, people on Wall Street, nurses, professors, musicians behind the scenes that write, writers with the Actors Guild, writers that write for movies and television shows. It's a lot of them getting ready to be sacrificed, because to get in that arena, to get that put on your aura, you get invited to those special parties, the who's who, the white parties, which are the Illuminated Party, the Lucifer parties, where in and everything go, and you paired up and you paired off. So everybody knows who's in and who's not. You have a certain look, like you have certain jokes, certain hand codes, certain gestures. You have to wear certain clothes, certain shoes, and you get handled a certain way, and they see you inside of these underground networks. And a lot of these networks tied to these different industries are pedo networks. So he's saying there is a sacrificing that's not just about people that come to see those shows and watch them and pay them, not just the actual performer that's on the stage. It's other people inside the industry behind the scene that are also getting sacrificed because they partake of the same pool. They eat out of the same devil's pot together. You just don't know them all, and you just don't see them all. And he was saying right now, when you're dealing with the ISIS energy and the Baphomet energy and the Ishtar and Inanna energy, so you will see them recruiting a lot of female artists, young female artists that don't know what is going on and that are pliable, easy to take commands without making a lot of demands, and are so happy and so excited and feel so special to be put on. And as you can see, all these women, all of this is about their butt and opening their legs, putting their finger in their butt and in their vagina and bouncing down on it, and talk about how they like to eat men in their behind. and put their mouth on men and pee and let people use the bathroom on them, and they use the bathroom and pass gas in people's mouth. I mean, this shit is so disgusting. We're in a real degraded. These women can't tell me nothing about how to be a woman and nothing about how to be a man, because these men and these women, these young people are so confused. This generation Z or X or Y and Z, whatever this is. They are, I can't even say they're going to hell because they're already in hell. These people ignorant, and their logic and their reasoning is ridiculous because it is only based on the now. They don't study, they don't read. Everybody that does not study your history and the history of your oppressor and the system you in is bound to repeat it and doomed to repeat it. These young people, I mean, they can tell me about their era, and I like to listen to them and learn from them and how they think. But you can see most of these people, these men don't marry them. They don't have long-term relationships. They don't even know them. They doing virtual sex. They doing text message sex. They hooking up on an app, and that's it. They don't have the intelligence, the intestinal fortitude, the education, and the knowledge of family and community, or the desire to build themselves up and build up their community and create a strong socioeconomic base and save their children and family and protect the women and the children. They basically want to be women. And they're all about killing the children with the Plan B and an abortion, and the women are right along. It's really so sad. You cannot depend on them to protect you and have your back in this end time, and most of them are zoned out on something and living in a fake reality that's just for the now. So they're recruiting these types, and Nipsey's saying too, it's about their period. They are recruiting women that have their period right now. Very young women that have young blood, young urine, young G-spots, they're going in the glands in the brain, and it's all around the period and sexuality. But what these women don't know, they're stupid. I don't care how much money they make and how famous they are. They really don't there's a secret Isis ritual or Ishtar, Inanna ritual where they are calling down the rose of Sharon and the heavenly elixir in a woman's uterus, fallopian tube, dealing with her eggs, her ovulation, and her menstrual cycle so they can consume them. Older women like late 30s, they've been rapping, singing, whatever they're doing in the music industry, a part of, that you don't know all of them, a part of record labels, or these women have their own record labels. If you will notice, they are recruiting young women that get those surgeries. They promote as a sex symbol, and then they get them up there to take off their clothes, and everything is sexual, and everything they talking about is sexual, and they bending over on the camera. Everybody's doing the same thing. And what Nipsey said, people don't know, you're not seeing, those women have to go to the parties and they have to do the rituals. However, a lot of these women that either are recruiting these women into these record labels or own these record labels or having sex with these women and putting demonic entities on these women so that you will be drawn in and want to be like them. And you're looking at the physical person, but you don't realize the spirits are seducing you, using the person as a vehicle, and they're paying them. Okay, the women that are either owning these record labels or joint owners or representatives of these record labels that bring them these contracts, even if they let them have all of their rights and own their masters. The devil is in the detail and on the master. The demons and actually what it looks like is a blessing to them, because you see the money they're making and the fame they're making, but it is actually a curse, because everything they give them, they are taking back by taking their soul, chaining the soul down, owning the soul. And the females are very prominent now in the music industry, in the dope industry, in the gang industry, and the hustler industry. He said a lot of these labels are backed by gangsters and gangs, conglomerates. So he said if a female has a record label, she is under another corporation of other powerful investors and actually has debts and loans to pay. So then it trickles down to the artist, and then the artist has to pay back. They have to recoup what they invest in the artist, as well as the artist secretly have insurance policies on the artist. So some of these artists, these young females, they just want the blood out of them. These females want to have sex with these women artists that they bring in, as well as the men. But a lot of these women are now dominating this on a lesbian sexual relationship because they know the power of a woman's vagina and the spiritual sexual power from the old Egyptian mystery schools of the menstrual blood. Drinking it, making it as an elixir, putting herbs in it. There is a science to having orgies and sex magic on a higher level. And these women don't understand. A woman can go down on another woman, pull energy out of her vagina, even if she's not bleeding, and still tap into the blood. So that when her blood flows, this other woman that and a sexual, is it a woman bleed too much, she bleed too little, she's going to have problems with her health and her life, because life and death is in the blood, like life and death is in the bowel. So he said 10 years from now, some of these rappers that they have recruited won't even exist. They will not be a household name. You will not be hearing about it, because they already know some of these women just have surface talent or a look or a distraction to lure the public in and to lure these young people astray, and then bring them to the concert or get a celebrity talking to them or somebody in the industry promising them, and then traffic them or lure them because they want to be with these people and screw these people. And then they say, they missing, or they come back, their mind ain't right, or organ gone, or the person been found murdered altogether or not found at all. He's saying this is a system. And then he said another thing, I didn't quite get all the details of it. He said, okay, you have an artist that comes out and they'll say, oh, this person looks like another singer or a actress or a dancer when they came out 20 years ago. So they'll go get someone that has similar features to a singer, a dancer, or an artist that has been out a long time, but that is older than the younger person they're bringing in, giving a deal. That can go two ways. If the person they're recruiting, that's a new artist, knows about the science and they want to tap into the energy of another person that's already established in the industry, they can pull the energy off of that person that they have similar features to. That person goes down, their health go down, the person dies or struggles to stay alive because of some disease or something. Or the older person that's an actress or a singer, that's say, hey, I want to revive my career and I need some new blood and new energy. So we're in this season now. So get an artist that we find looks similar to me, find them off the street somewhere. Oh, right there. They bring them in, they give them what they want, they make it seem like everything is good and there's nothing can ever go wrong. And then the older person, that career really ain't where they want it to be, will then get close to the person, start having sex with the person, having group sex with the person. He said women do this too, and suck off another woman, go down on them, penetrate them, suck their juices out. He said, but what they don't know is they suck your pussy, get the juice out, make you come in their mouth, go behind your back, spit that out, and mix that with an elixir, and now they have your soul. They connected to a certain demon or entity, and it's following you around, and they have your soul. So a certain day, time, and year, they already know you're not going to be here no more. They know that as you go down, they're going to rise because you're sleeping with them. And it's really not them sleeping. It's a demon that sleep with you on top of them. that if you not discerning, you can't see it, you just look at the fame and fortune. He said that is going on right now. And then as these women get older, they're going to start having problems with their female organs and have total hysterectomies or not working properly or have sex with men. And when they have sex with the man might beat their ass or turn on them, or the relationship don't last, or leave them with a baby, trash them, just act so sweet at first and be a total idiot because of that demon riding them and blocking them from being somebody so they can keep on dominating, controlling, and feeding off. Man, this man saying this shit, man. God damn, I mean, I'm not gonna tell y'all all of this. I mean, but this is what he's getting into. And I'm not dealing with Shane Close. I already said what I had to say about that. You can go back and look at the old reading. I said what I had to say. I'm not talking about that tonight. And he said this is dealing with numerology and astrology and what people don't know over here because we haven't been taught to study the deepest origin of astrology, which also comes from Egypt. And this year we're dealing with 13 moons, and we're dealing with 3 or 4 super moons. It's an amazing energetic year, and that might be one reason too why they are harnessing the energy of the divine feminine this way. But it's women slaughtering women, eating the flesh and organs of other women and drinking the blood. Y'all don't realize a lot of these women y'all watch that y'all admire, that the entertainers, are vampiric and evil as hell. They want the power so bad, the fame and fortune, and they're drunk on it, and the ego is drunk on it, and they're not willing to let it go. They will do anything, even sell their own mama if their mama ain't down for the Baphomet shit, just to stay up there where they are. And that game is about consuming flesh, consuming energy, killing people, setting them up to be eliminated for the blood, and so everybody can feast on like a group feast. When you see one person die, many times it's not enough, depending on the energy of the person and what type of bull demon or horse demon, something real big on them, where they feasting. And it might be just like with Jackie O and a lot of other people. It wasn't a sacrifice for one person. It was a sacrifice for that group she with and a couple of family members, like her auntie that she called Mom T, and DC sister, now that I heard, was down in Miami, because I said it was a younger woman and an older woman I seen with money and status. And I saw a younger woman and a younger man from Atlanta. I seen it now. I know it's the older one, the auntie, and she know what happened to her, but you see, she won't speak out and say how that girl died. And Jackie's extremely angry right now, looking at the betrayal and watching her money, and said the aunt is going through her personal shit. I don't know if she had a safe or things locked in there. See, that was for a group, not for one person. So when it's a sacrifice for a group, even if it is to help one particular person, and they all have to feed together like a pack of goddamn hyenas and lions, you have to find other strong, light-bearing people that have been through a lot of shit. And no matter what they've been through, they still here, and they very talented. They will seek you out and watch you behind your back and do magic against you and try to destroy you. Look at you, want to be you, try to wear your flesh, walk like you, talk like you, act like you, and wear clothes like you, to try to pull your spirit and look like a duplicate of you. And if you're not strong, you're not protected, next thing you see the motherfucker dead. You know, physically dead, disembodied, can see and hear now what's going on and see the people involved. This is some scary, creepy ass shit that y'all don't know how deep this goes. And Nipsey's seeing it, and he's saying they're still trying to control his empire and merchandising and ownership. I know his family owns it, but it must be pieces of it that they don't. And these people are still trying to go in there and trying to find ways to overthrow it because of Nipsey. Basically not really wanting to help him, even though he owns his masters. See, you can go into those deals and you think you're safe because you own your masters, but you're still making a deal with a secret, highly occult from old Egypt sorority and fraternity that runs everything and tapped into everything. If you play with them, I don't care how smart you think you are, you're never smarter than the devil. You are never smarter than Lucifer, the illuminated one who knows everything and all things. And now through AI and basically turning the system into a prison planet through cameras and surveillance, he will be everywhere 24/7. So there are certain people in the system that are ripe for the plucking and the taking because they are spiritual individuals and they will not compromise and play the game. And even when you feel like you're negotiating and they give you everything you want, what you still don't know because you signed those contracts, all those demons are on them pens and on them papers, and then depending on the type of pen you use, the color pen they give you, or your lawyer give you, or if you represented by a lawyer, you by yourself. See, I learned all this shit the hard way. It's the way they come at you and the way you present yourself and the way what they ask you to sign and what color pen they ask you to sign with that you might not know determines if you finna get all the way fucked or not. And then sometimes they underestimate you and be like, yeah, she gonna do that. She desperate, she hungry, shit. She need that. And see, then you be like, I ain't gonna sign that deal. And see, then you don't sign that shit because they want to fuck over you. They'll still put curses on you and try to kill you because you wouldn't do the shit. And then if you do the shit and you sign and let them take your catalog and take your motherfucking money where you are very famous, but you are very poor and they are very rich because you gave your rights, well, they'll still kill your motherfucking ass. So it's like you damned if you do and damned if you don't. A lot of people will sign them deals because they want to be famous so bad, but then they don't have no motherfucking money. They be broke. So they're killing them. So one death in a system that has a particular currency is one of the worst deaths. So, you need money in this system to survive. They take your money, but they give you fame and they become rich. You become poor, but you become famous. See, that's a curse they put on that person to be poverty stricken and broke. But the person is really not poverty stricken and broke. The person is wealthy because of their intellectual property and their ideas, and they're very creative, like most Black people are. So-called Black and Indigenous and Native people are. Most people of color, period. From the earth are very, very creative and talented. And those are the ones they play on and watch YouTube and everywhere else where they create either steal it or copy it or come directly to you and take it. So that person goes for that shit. Now they just put a curse of poverty on you and restricted you from your own shit that you made because you agreed to the shit. You signed up for the shit. So you walking around can barely pay your bills, but your ideas, your content, everything you created is worth millions, but you just gave it away. And then they flipped it, and when you signed it and put a curse on you for that demon to follow you around to fuck up your shit. And then they will still do what they can to fuck up your shit if you don't protect yourself, if you refuse to go for that shit, because some of them, they look at you and all they want to do is take. They're told to rob, steal, and destroy. And I'm talking about Black people will do this to you too. People that look like you will come and buck dance for you and laugh and talk with you and fuck you over and then go to other people that don't look like you and make millions off of your shit that you now signed away your rights to, that you don't have no access to. So your ass can't even be hood rich. You rich in the spirit and the etheric because that's where you brought your birthrights into existence and then your stupid ass gave it away. So that's a curse right there. Telling the demon, only get this person fame, but keep that motherfucker down. Hold that motherfucker down for me. And you could blow up with your talent and all your gifts, and they see you and everything you create. I'm not finna help that bitch. I ain't finna touch that bitch. Actually, we finna blackball that bitch, and the bitch ain't finna get nowhere inside of here unless we approach her, and then we'll make you big because your shit is worth millions anyway. But you got to give it away. See, this shit is done all fucking day, and they usually get the person with a vice, whatever your vice is. And a lot of people's vice is being famous and everybody adoring them. Like all these celebrities that kill people every fucking year to continue to be adored and worshipped and full of demons that make them wealthy, that sing and dance through their body, they'll do anything to keep that. Okay. And that's what she's saying is going on right now with the murdering of the soul of these people, but they can't even see it because they're blinded by the fame, the fortune, the money, and all of the attention because of the spell that they put on them. But it's really about the record label owner, the manager, the agent. See, all these people work together to soothe and handle the client, just like they do in Wendy Williams. And see, I told y'all that this was going to happen to Wendy when the Super Bowl was in Atlanta in February of 2019, a month before they assassinated Nipsey. And I said they were getting ready to do that to certain rappers that were real men, that were about family and protecting women and children, and replace them with someone that looked like them but really like men and lure little boys in. That's exactly what happened. Go listen to the reading. That right there was 2019, and said they were going to punish her and Jeff Sheba going to get well. See that? See, it's what I said. Huh? All right, we go lay down. I'm tired. It's part 2 of it. And people love and support me in the work I do. Donate so I can keep on doing it and bring you the information, because I have to sit and listen to what he's saying, and it's real heavy. What they saying? I'm looking at him now. Sam Cooke says she dressed like you, act like you, talk like you. They say, you know, she's gonna be throwing your puppet out the window. On East, I don't have a puppet, Kim, but you got a window. You see what I'm saying? This is real shit. It's real shit, because this is really how this play world goes. And they teach them to be in this system and play mind games and gaslight people. See? And then they get paid to do it. So when he said that and he was telling me this, I said, wow. And he, you know, I'm sharing some more of it. I got to get up because I got to get back to work tomorrow and cook for people. And so I need some sleep. I'm tired. And, you know, I'll see what else he brings me on it, because it's so heavy. Horses. He said something about horses. I got to look at the zodiac that tied to horses and bulls and tigers, lions. I see what year we're in too. The Chinese horoscope year. Anyway, I love y'all. Talk to you soon.